Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and thank you for coming to this speech. So, my name is Corrado Tomassoni. I was a startupper. I drove a startup. I work in corporates. I started being a developer, and I'm now taking care of startups, accelerators, and VCs relationship for PayPal globally. So today I'm going to talking about the future of shopping. So I'm not specifically talking about payments, but payments is a part of the future of shopping. And we are going to talking about, I'm going to doing a journey. And we can start this journey together. We're going to covering 4 main areas. So the first area is web shopping. So how the future of web shopping is changing during the past few years. How mobile shopping is changing and how is completely driven by the habits of people and how it's going to change in the future as well. Retail shopping is being completely disrupted by the technology. So let's have a look at how this is going to be the future of retail shopping. And then at the end, we will be able also to see some cool stuff from wearables, or how can wearables be directly related to the shopping experience, and how can be leveraged by the merchants or by the consumers in the future scenarios. So let's start from the web shopping. So how was the web shopping? Here we go. So this is not so many years ago. This was used to be, if you look at the product, is pretty, well, quite not so old. It's a full HD 32 screen. So this website was a standard e-commerce website few years ago. Completely flat, many categories. People will go there. If I will access this website, or if someone else will access this website, it will have exactly the same experience. So all the same categories, all the same offers during those periods. I can access it if I just browse it, if I just dig into all the information that are there. So things are completely changing, and things are completely changing because people are completely changing the way they are using information. Is anyone familiar with the magpie effect? Does anyone know what is the magpie effect? Okay, so I'm quite old, and I used to go to a library, take a book, start reading the book from the first word till the last word, and then knowing everything, all the content that was contained in this book. People today, especially people under 16 years old, they are deeply influenced by this effect. They dedicate up to 16 seconds to read each single web page. They are used to quick reading, they are used to summarize, they are used to take a book, they are used to, let's say, their way they are learning is deeply influenced the way they are browsing, the way they are using technology. And that's called the magpie effect. What does it imply? It implies that the e-commerce website, web shopping, where, let's say, websites that are trying to sell, that are focusing on e-commerce, needs to adapt to the new way people are dedicating, the time that people are dedicating to the commerce experience. So they are becoming like this. If it works. So this is a website in the UK of one of the main brands in the UK. And what can we notice? How can we compare it with the other one? So we see offers, we see the main screen that is just presenting offers, we see some categories on the top, we see a language that has been identified because I access this website from a specific IP that is identifying where I'm from. It is customized, so my profile, my preferences, my browsing experience is taken into consideration by this website when it's prompting the information. So it's completely tailored on what I am, on what I bought in the past, and what I may desire in the future. So I don't have anymore to dig so much to find what I'm looking for, or I can even be proposed of what I may not desire, but may desire if I've been proposed during the 16 seconds that I'm going to dedicate into these things. We are doing the same kind of thing. So eBay, this is the new eBay website. It has completely changed in the past few years. This is my personalized web page. So I like jogging, so it's presenting me all the times that I go there, some stuff that is related to jogging. It's presenting to me information that are really deeply contextual to my experience, to my usual shopping experience, to what I desire. So I can dedicate 16 seconds to a website to go, because maybe it's proposing me something that I need and I wasn't aware that I needed. So everything is changing, everything is going to be contextual, everything is becoming incredibly tailored to the experiences and to the profiles of people. First trend. Second trend, so everything, what does it mean? It means that everything is driven by data. So all the data, all the information that this website can collect on the net, or they can collect from my profiles, from my habits, from my browsers, are leveraged in order to provide me a better services, are leveraged in order to identify me better, trying to tailor the offers in the best possible way. But data, of course, implies also reliability of this data. So does anyone know which is the place, which is the institution that owns usually the most reliable, the most accountable data, that you want to make sure that these data are reliable? Any idea? Right, banks. You want that your bank knows your details just because you care a lot about your money. You want that your money, your salary is coming into these banks. You want that anyone else, nobody else can access your bank account in order to pay, to use your money. And this is incredibly important. I mean, the difference between the identity that your bank has and your identity on Facebook is quite relevant. On Facebook, my dog can register on Facebook. My dog can have a Facebook profile. He can have an email. He can definitely have different kind of profiles, but it's more difficult for my dog to have a bank account. So as well as it's more difficult, let's say, and we can also say that there are many people that are creating some identities on Facebook. They are giving a sort of angle of themselves, while that is less objective, while banks usually have a very, very objective way to identify people just because of the purposes of bank. So what does it mean, basically? It means that we need, and in this area, to have identities. On our side, I'm not going to talking specifically about PayPal or eBay products, but I'm just going to highlighting something that is interesting. So we launched an identity product. We have an identity product in order to leverage these trusted identities of the PayPal consumers, of the PayPal users across other websites. So you can, if you want, you can use the APIs, you can embed the PayPal identities in your mobile apps or in your web apps. You can leverage these trusted identities that are exactly similar to banks. As you know, we operate as a bank in Europe specifically, and we have trusted identities. We store information that are verified by people. So you can now use this information in external website, in external e-commerce website in order to identify people. You can use them in your mobile apps, leveraging APIs or leveraging specific integration products. So what else is changing in the web shopping? So this is what we call the new spice routes. So the new spice routes are changing completely. So the new spice rules are basically how goods and money are moving in the world. So this is representing the volumes of goods and money across different countries in the world. It means that we are seeing, and this is due and caused by the e-commerce experience, by the new website, by the new way people are buying things online, that goods and money are moving differently. As an example, we always assume that China is a low-cost producer of goods, and then everyone is buying from China. The reality is that China is buying from other countries significant volumes, and we can see if we analyze this information. This is changing, and this is changing thanks to the new, let's say, to the new web shopping, to the web shopping of the future. So the way goods and money are moving across the world. What is changing more? It's changing the experience of delivery. So people want things immediately. If I'm ordering something online, as soon as I've paid for it, I just want it. I want it at my door. So there are, we see the both of many delivery specific products that are specifically focusing on fast delivery. We launched, as an example, eBay Now. This is very interesting because if you are in a specific place, you are buying something on your mobile in the US at the moment, you can look at it, you can order it, and you can decide to receive it in 1 or 2 hours. So a courier is bringing this item not to your home, but where you are. And this is already happening. So we said we are changing contextuality. We are seeing new spice routes. We are seeing new delivery on demand only on the website. This is another interesting one. So there are industries like this, like Laundry. This is a laundry service for students in the UK. So you can see, if you go on this website and you're a student on a specific university in the UK, you can book your laundry service. You can go to the laundry. You can see on your mobile app when your specific task has been pursued, and then you could go back. You can take a coffee. You can go back and take your clothes. So there are industries that were incredibly far from the web, incredibly far from the web shopping experience, that are now deeply, deeply influenced by the technology. So what happens if I cannot find what I'm looking for? What happens if people are not finding what looking for? They can do two things. Pay someone to create these things, and this is the first things that you're looking at, or build it personally. So crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is deeply, significantly changing the way products are built. If I don't find what I'm looking for, I can go to crowdfunding website, browse them, looking for products that or projects that have been funded or are being funded, and fund them so that at a certain point I will be able to get these products. So I cannot find it, but I want it. So I go to the crowdfunding website, I look for products being built, and then I support the initiative in order to have them done. Otherwise, I can build them. Do you know what is this? Anyone know what it is? Yes, exactly. So a 3D printer. I can build my own products at home. So based on projects, this is an industry that is evolving significantly. We are seeing many examples, and the 3D printers are becoming pretty much usable by the consumers directly. So I can create a project, I can create some design for some products, and I can directly create them at my home. So let's see some example. Let's make a quiz. What is this? Does anyone know what is this? So this is 3D printed pasta. There is a company that is actually allowing you to send projects or to send specific design, and they will create you a tailored dinner or lunch experience. So you will go there, you will send this as an example for some Valentine's Day for your girlfriend. You just create a project, you create a specific heart-shaped kind of pasta, you send the project, they are printing pasta for you that evening, and they are serving it at your table. So you can do these things, but you can do also these other kind of things. So there is another company that is doing 3D printing, chocolate 3D printing, so you can customize the products that you want based on the, let's say, on the needs that you have. So let's wrap up on web shopping and then move to mobile. So it's becoming incredibly contextual. Data is leading what people want. So, and web shopping experiences are becoming really contextual and tailored for the people that are browsing. People want what they want now. So they need specified, dedicated delivery services that are delivering not in 2 weeks, but are delivering in a shorter time and where I need, where I want it. If they can get it something, well, they firstly can look for someone. If someone is already making it, so they look for crowdsourcing website, they're looking for if someone is doing these things, or they can make it themselves. Of course, all these things requires a secure and a trusted location for what? For specifically my identity, so I need to be identified, the preferences that I have, so I may have some preference, and of course, where are my funds? Where are the funds and the currency that I can use in order to buy the things that I'm looking at. But let's move on mobile, and mobile shopping, how is changing mobile shopping. So the future of mobile shopping, I define mobile, my mobile, the one that I have in my pocket, my second brain. So my mobile knows more than what I know. He knows what I have to do today. He knows my password. He knows my preferences. He has all my contacts. I can access my social network through my mobile. I can access whatever. So it's definitely my second brain. More often is basically knows more than what I know. So what my second brain can do, as an example, it can open my door. This is a low-energy Bluetooth system that I can leverage in order to open the door of my house. I can send the keys of my friends. If my friends are in front of my house, they can't get in and I want them to get in, I can send via email. I can send through an app the keys to them, and then they can open, they can enter my home. What else can I do with my mobile? I can open my car. This is a Viper service. I can do the same things with door, also with cars. I can have a car that is, let's say, enabled in order to be opened by my mobile or by the information that I'm going to send into a friend who would like to drive my car. What else can I do with my mobile and standard devices? I can monitor my health, and I can definitely look at my fitness activities. So there are many sensors that are directly interacting with my mobile. They can be, I can wear them, I can use them in order to monitor what I'm doing. They can suggest me, my mobile can suggest me then what should I do, if I need to work out more or not. And I think that the most important thing, one of the most fascinating areas is that my mobile knows where I am. So this information is usually only me know where I am. So I'm the only person that I know where I am. Now I'm not the only person that knows where I am. Apple at least knows where I am. They are not shareable information, of course, but imagine if you could leverage this information in order to create an even more customized experience, an even more contextual experience when I'm buying with my mobile phones. And then if we look at what we have in our wallet, so this is just a picture of a wallet. So what we have in our wallet, we have loyalty cards, we have couponing, we have money, of course, we have pictures, we have identity cards. So I don't see in this picture actually anything that couldn't be replaced or couldn't be present in my mobile. So they're pretty much all. But which are the most interesting things that can be replaced, that can be put there? Of course, loyalty cards. Loyalty cards are really kind of simple things. It's just a piece of plastic with some numbers on it and probably a band behind it. So I can store it in the cloud, and then I can access them through my mobile, so that if I lose my mobile, if my mobile is going to be stolen, I can always access this kind of information. What else can I put in my mobile or in the cloud? Couponing, very easy. Tons of couponing that I can get discounts when I go wherever, when I'm traveling, when I'm getting to a restaurant, when I get into a shop, I get discounts. This can be easily replaced and put in the cloud and accessed through my mobile. So let me show you some cool technologies also to leverage payments. So this is Cardo. Basically, I can just immediately scan a credit card, acquire this information in an app. This is an open API. It could be embedded in your app or in whatever other kind of system. And I can immediately leverage this paying information in order to process a payment, so that I'm moving from the cash that I had in my wallet to something that is cashless. I believe cash is gonna dying, probably not immediately, not very soon, but it's gonna dying at a certain point. So it's definitely possible to replace cash in different ways. So I can scan my credit cards, I can pay directly leveraging the Cardo.io APIs and tools. What else can I do, as an example? This is very interesting. So we acquired this company called Venmo. It is part of Braintree. We acquired Braintree last year, and a company called Venmo within Braintree. This is Venmo Touch. So Venmo Touch is available in the US, and it's very interesting because I basically can go to a website, to a mobile website. I can input once my credit card information or acquire the information through the APIs that you've seen earlier. And then when I'm going to another website, another mobile website, I don't need to input anymore this credit card information. So this information are actually stored in the cloud, and it can be accessed and leveraged to different possible mobile websites. And this is quite interesting. Another interesting thing is how I exchange money with my friends. So I want to exchange money with my friends. I can do it also leveraging the Venmo application. This is strictly related and linked to my Facebook profile. I can see what my social graph own me and what I own to my friends there. I can send money leveraging the identities that are taken from my social graph, and take notes and basically take reports of all my transactions, my personal transactions with my friends. But it may be the case that I need also to accept payments. So what can I do to accept payments? I have two choices. The first choice is I go to a bank. I go to a bank, I ask for what we call point of sales. Point of sales are small devices in order to accept payments. If I want to set up a business, I need to be paid at a certain point, especially if this business is an offline business. So I go there, I ask for a point of sales, I pay a monthly fee. Probably I will have a sort of cancellation fee. Probably I will have to give some guarantees to my banks in order to have this device. Otherwise, I can choose other kind of new generation point of sales. This is called PayPal Here. It's a point of sales that we have launched in the UK during the last year, and allows basically all small merchants to accept payments through debit card, credit cards, chip and PIN, as well as swipe cards. This is available only in the UK for the moment. We are expanding the availability of this device in different other countries. In the US is available another similar device that is called Always PayPal Here, is called PayPal Here as well, and it allows to accept swipe cards, so the ones that are for the majority present in the United States. So we said, how can I send money to my friends? How can I accept money? But let's wrap up a bit. So mobile shopping is massively contextual. So if web shopping is becoming contextual and is already contextual, mobile shopping is even more contextual. They have even more information. I can gather even more information from my mobile. So where I am, basically what I did, what I bought, all the information that I can access through my mobile from the cloud. My mobile is my second brain. It knows better than what I do. It knows definitely more than what I do, than what I'm able to remember in a short period of time. It allows me to access my wallet. I want my wallet be in the cloud. We will cover it a bit more later, but I don't want my wallet in the mobile, because if I'm losing my mobile, I'm losing my wallet. So if I want my wallet in the cloud, and I want to be able to access this wallet from my mobile. And if I'm losing or if my mobile is going to be stolen, I can just change the access information to my e-wallet, and then I can basically start from there, so without any direct impact. What we do in the future, we will pay, we will buy, we will sell, and we send money to our friends through our mobile. We are already doing these things. We are paying, leveraging many possible payments systems, so like Cardo that allows you to scan credit cards, directly leveraging PayPal. I can sell directly through my mobile. I can do it posting things on eBay or directly, let's say, selling things through many kind of apps. And I can, of course, send money to my friends in the easiest possible situation. I trust my friend. I just want to do this very quickly. I want to send some money there so I can have my Venmo application. I can directly send this money, and they can immediately receive it. So let's move to the future of retail shopping. I love this picture. So I love this picture because there is a shopping trolley that retired. So he's on the beach. He's just lying. He's just relaxing. So and it means that basically to me, I mean, he needs to relax. Everything is changing in the retail world. We are seeing so many evolution driven by the mobile adoption, driven by the cloud, let's say by the wallet in the cloud, as well as driven by the huge amount of data that is available on purchasing experience of people, that probably how we saw retail and shopping since the past 50 years is not going to happen anymore as it did. Do you know what is this? Does anyone remember this movie? Anyone remember this movie? Okay, good. So we have pretty much the same age. This is Minority Report. So Minority Report, if you remember, there was Tom Cruise that was entering into a shop, and then there were eye scanner just scanning his retina and saying, "Welcome back, Tom." He was trying to escape, so he was just escaping from a situation, and he wasn't able to do this just because he was continuously scanned. They were continuously saying to him and telling him, "Oh, welcome, do you want these things? May I offer you something?" So we are not so far from this. At that time, it was really a quite futuristic movie, but we are seeing similar kind of experience. We start seeing similar kind of experience across the world. Let's go into more details. Which is the most, let's say, the worst possible thing happening during a shopping experience? Which is the worst thing when you are shopping? The worst phase of your shopping? Does anyone know? Sort of. My worst experience is paying. So I need to pay at the end of my shopping experience. But if I have to pay queuing, it's even worse. So I have to pay for the stuff that I bought, and I have to queue to pay for the stuff that I bought. So this is really the end of a positive, a pleasant experience that could be shopping. The other thing that is absolutely, let's say, negative when I'm shopping is if I found something that I desire and it's sold out. So they don't have my size, they don't have the color that I'm looking for. So these two things can be changed and are changing already. If we are able to eliminate or reduce the friction given by these two areas, we are doing a big, let's say, we are giving a big boost to the retail industry, and we are helping them to compete with the mobile and the e-commerce industry. So we have something that can help already these things. This feature is called PayPal check-in. It's within your PayPal app. If you have a UK PayPal account, if you have a French PayPal account, if you have a US PayPal account, and you open your PayPal app, you can see in a tab that is called Local all the merchants accepting PayPal that are close to me. So I can select the merchant that I'm entering in and checking into this merchant doing just this gesture. So moving this small button from the left to the right. In this way, I'm telling to the merchants, I'm in your shop, I'm there. So feel free to send me offers if I allows you. Feel free to tailor my experience when I'm at your shop. How does it know that I'm there? With face recognition. So basically, I have a picture on my PayPal account. He will have a native integration on the point of sales. This is a bit more articulated kind of point of sales compared to the other ones that you have seen. He can see my picture since I checked into the shop. And then from there, he can take it. My shopping experience could change. This is similar to the other ones. So we have PayPal here as the payment system, a wireless payment system, and this is just a tablet that is acting as point of sale. So we can integrate the two experiences. We can have an even complete experience for mid-sized merchants. So what else? What can be done? What can be done in order to further reduce the friction? So what can be even better than checking into a shop? Doing nothing. If I go into a shop and just the merchant is recognizing me, like Minority Report is coming there, I get into the shop and the merchant is recognizing me, it's even better. And I can start doing this with some of technologies that are coming out. We introduced last year PayPal Beacon. PayPal Beacon is a low-energy Bluetooth device that can be leveraged by merchants who have integrated PayPal in order to identify people who are coming into the shop. So basically, if the people have allowed them to be identified, to do a self-check-in, they can do handless. I can have my phone in my pocket. I enable this. It's a low-energy Bluetooth device. It's talking directly with this small device that can be plugged into an electric plug with an adapter or into the point of sales of the merchant, and the merchants can know that I'm in his shop. He can identify me. He can do the same things that he was used to doing when I was checking in, when I was doing this gesture. He can do these things. This is actually in beta. We are experiencing, we are trying these things. We are asking to developers. We opened APIs for developers and for startups in the US, a limited program in order to present ideas on how we can leverage the beacon, what can we do with the beacon, how can we work with the merchants in order to create new experiences. And this because the merchants are changing, so the shops are changing. The shops are becoming much more a mixed kind of experience between a museum and a warehouse. We said that the two worst things are paying and queuing for paying, as well as having a sold out kind of answer for the merchants. So we sorted out the paying through this check-in, and then the paying experience during this check-in is, of course, incredibly seamless. We have here, but what we haven't yet sorted out, the sold-out experience. If we have, let's say, shop will become much more showrooms in the future. There will be a limited number of items, not all the sizes, not all the colors there. All the sizes and all the colors will be at a warehouse that will be able to guarantee the delivery in a short time to my home or wherever I need. So the shop will become more a showroom, and this is not negative for merchants. They will be able to leverage to have less cost of maintenance, at the same time propose a better cost, and compete with the e-commerce or integrate it with the e-commerce websites, with the e-commerce and mobile experiences. So few items, few colors, an incredible choice. I will be able to try them, or I will be able to see them, but if I want them, I will order them directly at the shop, and I will see them directly delivered, without so many shopping bags when I'm going around, but with a new, completely seamless shopping experience. So let's move and let's close with a bit of wearables. So wearables is, of course, it's with us already. So we have, how many in this room have a wearable device? Have a smartwatch, or a Pebble, or shoes, or Google Glasses? Has anyone in this room? I see some hands raised, so I'm sure that in 2 to 4 years, the vast majority of you will raise the hands. Me too. I already raised my hands today, actually. I have a Fitbit kind of wearable device. So wearable is going to change in the way we are experiencing mobile. So my guess is that we will have our mobile in our pocket, and this mobile will talk with the few wearable devices that we will have depending on our needs. So if I'm focusing more on workout, I will have this kind of wearable device. If I'm, as an example, working, and we will see how I can have another different kind of wearable devices, like Google Glass or like whatever kind of glasses we may have. Pebble. Does anyone has a Pebble? Pebble is let's say, a smartwatch who's directly interacting with my mobile, is connecting with my mobile. I can do some basic feature like checking emails very quickly without taking out my mobile, without looking at the screen. I can receive calls directly and answer to call very quickly. I can do a set kind of things. Let's imagine also that it could be also some payments experience in the future. I would say that wearables are really the new frontier related to many industries. I mean, working also with many industries like health or like other kind of industries. But definitely they will interact and will directly communicate with my mobile and with the cloud in order to provide me the services and the kind of experiences that I need and that I want. What else? Glasses. So glasses, we said, let's imagine the future of shopping with glasses. Let's imagine a person working in a merchant who's assisting customers wearing glasses, regardless if it's a Google Glass or whatever other kind of glasses. They will be able, as an example, when I come in, another sort of Minority Report experience, without doing anything, I'm checking into the shop, and the person who's directly looking at me can see my profile on the glasses, can see, okay, welcome, Corrado. I see that you bought a pair of jeans the last time you came here. Why don't you try these things? I saw, by the way, I see that you tried to buy these jeans on your mobile 3 days ago. So why don't you try them live? I may deliver them in 1 hour to your home. So all these kind of experiences, if you think about that, they are not far. We have all the technologies already in place. We have trials. We have different big merchants who are trying to enhance the different kind of experience that can give to that they can give to their customers. What else? We have, of course, devices in our home, so we can control the temperature. We can control all the climate within our home. We have smart devices who can order for us. So if fridge are a reality, it's possible to have fridge that are ordering ordering my food. So if I need it, they can order. If you think, there is an interesting stat that is saying that 26% of spam emails is coming from devices. So we see that 26% of spam emails are already coming from devices that autonomously are sending them in the net. So there are devices, many devices that are already interacting with our daily life. They are giving us, trying to give us and provide us even better life experiences. So wrapping up everything, so I need a wallet. I need a wallet in the cloud. I want to have my identity, my preferences, and my money securely stored and accessible by whatever kind of devices I may have with me. Now we are talking about phones. We don't know what's going to happen in 5 to 7 years. I can leverage this on the web. I can leverage it on the mobile, and I'm already, and I'm even more ready to leverage all what I have in the cloud also on the retails. This can be beneficial for both the consumers and for the merchants. And the merchants, of course, will be more successful, will be the ones that I'll be able to embrace this innovation phase. I will be able to embrace the technology that is now in the hands of people without any specific constraints or without any specific opposition. In this way, they will be able to integrate their experience, their merchant experience, with the mobile experience and with all the services can be provided by the technology. Thank you everyone. So my Twitter account is @Corrado if you want to send me anything, and I'm available to answer whatever question here you may have. Thank you.
Am I on? We still have time for some questions, so if you just want to take a seat. You know, mobile phones came to market quite some time ago. I mean, smartphones, right?
Yeah.
We've been talking about mobile payments ever since. Why are we not there yet? Meaning, why is not everyone in this audience using that?
Well, there are many solutions in order to try to use mobile payments at the moment. There are really different possible options. So if we want to try mobile payments, whatever kind of mobile payments could be coming from my mobile, could be leveraged with of course, through my PayPal app or through other kind of apps. That's something that I can try. Testing the consumer adoption, consumers will need to have the offer on the other hand. They will need to have merchants accepting mobile payments in a even more seamless way. If this is going to happen, and this is already going to happen, is already happening, then we will be able to see this kind of technologies and this kind of things spreading around. Actually, if I talk explicitly about mobile transaction, we have seen an incredible growth from 2009 till 2014 till 2013. So passing from 0.9 billion to 14 billion of transactions only on mobile. So it's happening, actually. It's happening at a different stage, a different level, considering the different regions and the different areas, depending if the technology is deeply embedded in the user behaviors, but it's already happening.
Okay, do you see any countries, obviously US, as the fast adopters? Like, would you specify any regions?
Yes, absolutely. US is the one where we are seeing, where we see the adoption of many experiences, many different trials on mobile payments and on experiences like the beacon that I've shown earlier. The other country is the UK. So the check-in experience, as an example, is already, as well as the mobile point of sales, is already present, fully present in the UK, and fully available there.
Okay, there's a question on board. Which factor will be most important for successful retail business?
Yes.
Personalization, better and faster delivery, mobile shopping, or wearable shopping? Which one would you go for?
For retail business, it will be embrace technology. So, I mean, all these four things, mobile shopping, better and faster delivery, personalization, and wearable shopping, can be enabled by the technology. So depending on the kind of merchant we are talking about and the kind of retails, we will need, of course, all of them.
All right. You're obviously familiar with the instant food delivery that Google, Amazon started off in California, right? Why now? Did we solve any problem just like a few months ago? Why did it start out of a sudden?
I don't know specifically, but I mean, we have launched specifically delivery, not food delivery, but goods delivery in 1 and 2 hours, as I shown earlier, through eBay Now. So basically, we are able to deliver within 1 hour or 2 hours in whatever location in the valley, something that is ordered there directly through the eBay Now app. So again, the delivery, the better and the faster delivery that is highlighted there is absolutely one key factor. When I bought something at the retail or when I bought something online, the next thing that I really, really desire is to get it very, very soon.
Okay. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, said, I think half a year ago, like delivery by drones. Is eBay thinking, was that just like a big marketing?
It's a technology we are not directly at the moment involved in these things.
Do you think that's the future? Like we're going to see drones flying around delivering packages here and there?
It's hard to say. I mean, technology is really evolving, so it's really hard to say.
Okay. Any final messages to the audience?
Well, start looking at all the regions where these things are already usually significantly happening, because these things will come to all the regions worldwide at different stages with different ways depending on the local evolution of the merchants. But if you have startups, if you are developers, if you are thinking about providing services to retailers or thinking about providing services to mobile commerce retailers, start evangelizing and start helping them to embrace technology. Don't forget that they come from a very different industry than yours, so you are always on the edge of technologies. You are aware about what's happening wherever in the world. Retailers sometimes know, especially local retailers, but they can get a very significant advantage from embracing technology, basically.
Okay, thank you so much.